Hi, this is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop, and we've got a couple new machines in the shop, and some of the older ones moved in. My intention this last weekend was to get everything here, but had a few delays, so at least got the lathe here and picked up my new machines. So let's look at those right now. First is this 20-inch Camelback drill press. I'm pretty sure it's a Buffalo. Not exactly sure on it. It's flat belt driven. Got a 3-phase motor. It's got a back gear for a total of 8 speeds. This is the power feed. It has 3 different, well, really 6 different power speeds. It's in good shape. Castings are all in good shape. This is your quick, your rapid down. Back in there. This obviously is an original. That's just the standard quill. It's got 8 inches of travel, which is cool. There's your power feed. You bump that guy back, and that guy engages. Release it. Let's pop that guy. Now this one came with, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's threads in there. Let's go over here. This piece here will thread into there. It's got a gasket on top. And these bars here, as you can see, they have a number 4 Morse taper end. These are boring bars that fit in it, and they slide through that, and they're very close fit. You gotta put a little bit of oil in there. So you can actually line bore with the thing. So that's kind of cool. Here's some of the stuff that came with it. Got a big 1-inch capacity Jacobs ball bearing super chuck. Got a 3/4 inch capacity Supreme. These two are for the lathe. You know, live center, bullnose center. There's a different tool post thing he gave me. And the usual, you know, check key and all that. So I've been looking for one of these things for a long time. I love these things. So I'm very happy to have it. Everything, I've gone through it a little bit. Everything is nice and tight. Came with an extra drive belt and extra feed belt and some extra belting. So we've got to do some more cleanup, obviously, but yeah, I'm very happy to have that. Let's go over here. Here we have the LeBlond Regal 19 by 80 inch lathe. So, pick this guy up. It's got, I really need to clean all this stuff up. You can still see the letters are stamped in it for all the feeds and all that, so I can still see them. I think it's missing a tag or 2. There's the carriage, threading dial. Here's a oil pump. It's got a oil bath in here, and this pumps oil through here and over to the other side. So that's kind of nice. It really needs a cleanup and paint job. It's got an off-brand tool post. I'm probably gonna make a slide that fits the one on the Tida, because I already have 20 or 30 tool holders for that. So just cross them over. It's got a 19-inch chuck in it with a 10-inch Chinese 3-jaw chuck in it. The owner tried to get this off. It's got the larger threaded spindle, and he couldn't. He grabbed on there real quick and did what he could without putting too much pressure on it. There is a problem with this lathe, and we'll get to that here in a second. It's got a for putting coolant spray on there. It has the hose guard on the back, has a taper attachment. Tailstock's in okay shape. Ways are nice on it. Now, the one, I got a really good deal on this lathe. I think I paid around $600 for it. It's 220, 4 horsepower motor, I think, maybe 3. Now, there's a gear broken. And what it does is it only has the slow speeds. I know a lot of you are saying, why did you buy a lathe with a broken gear in the gearbox? Nothing else is broken in there. I inspected every tooth on every gear. What me and the previous owner think happened is, in someone's desperate attempt to get that chuck off, they, locked it up with the gears or something, or against that handle, and that's how it broke. Because everything else in there is perfect. It's got this wheel on the back. I've looked at the gear, looked at the feasibility of repairing it, and I think I can repair it. What I have done with scenarios like this before, and I don't know if I'm going to do it, the tidal lathe, it spins up high speed for smaller work. So this will mostly be for bigger work. But what I've done before, not affecting any of the gears thing, I've changed pulley sizes. This cover would probably have to be modified, or I'd probably take it off and leave the pulleys aside so I could return it to its original state. And I've tweaked with the pulleys, because this ratio just affects the speed. There's another thing in there for the gearbox, well, that's all gearbox driven right here. So your feeds and all that stay the same, just the RPM of the spindle. So that's a possibility. We'll dig into that here in probably a week or so, because I'm actually going to use this for a job tomorrow or Wednesday, and I'll bring you guys along for that. It's a very simple job, cutting some shear pins. It's got a reversing motor on it. There's the switch. I need to change the cord on it. So this is going to probably replace the Cisco metal lathe. It's pretty much the same length as the gear head. So I got some other machines I looked at this last weekend I'm probably going to be getting. So there probably won't be room for the Cisco, so it's going to be up for sale soon. And yeah, we got the 14x40 tidal lathe in here. Went smooth. What I do, especially here, to unload it, it was on a tilt deck trailer. As you can see, I put a strap on the very bottom of the beam with a chain come along. That thing is amazing. It has like a 25 feet of chain. So that's not where the strap was originally. It was in the middle. So yeah, just hooked it up and pulled it right off. The trailer tipped, and it took very little effort to get it the rest of the way. That's how I unload most of my machines. I'm going to mount a removable plate right here with inset anchors. There was never a lot of pressure on this, but I don't like the fact that, I'm pulling on a structural part of my shop. So I'll put like 8 anchors and a steel plate with a D-ring or something on it. Now we can remove it so it's not a tripping hazard. Though the big drill press, the Camelback drill press is going to be right here, so I'll pretty much make it so you couldn't possibly trip over it anyway. So that's how I unload them. I meant to show you guys videos of me loading and unloading. I'm going to do that with the mill, but with the delays I had this weekend and schedules to, pick up that stuff, I had to get stuff done. And there's no real thing to it. It's just the opposite, but this stuff will be on the trailer instead of on the floor. So you sometimes I'll put concrete form stakes. They got a flat bottom, and I'll pull them up on that so they don't absolutely destroy the rental trailers. Thankfully, the rental company I use is pretty forgiving on stuff like that. So yeah, as I said, I have a machining job. I think I'll do it Wednesday. I have still have the little mill over there. I'll probably be using that for that job before I get the Kent milling machine and the forehead drill press here. Those are really the only two big machines left. I looked at a really, really heavy duty horizontal bandsaw. I mean, it weighs 4,500 pounds. It has hydraulic lift and down. It has a hydraulically activated vise for clamping the work. And the guy doesn't want really too much for it. So I'm also picked up, he gave me another 20 ton shop press. And there's a grinder on a pedestal there. So yeah, we got some machines coming in. I haven't decided where the Tida is going to live yet. I need to get it clear from the middle until I get the other machines in. I'm thinking it's going to go this way back here, because I want to put the mill. This is going to go back there, and where that vacuum is, I'm thinking about tucking the milling machine in there. And yeah, so yeah, really happy to have those two machines in the shop, and you'll get to see some videos on those, and some videos of them running very quickly. This is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.